This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Crenshaw versus Schonauer. You all are engaged and have been together for 2.5 years. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Crenshaw, why have you brought your fiancée to court today?
Well, Your Honor, I have trust issues with her, and I'm here to prove that she's been cheating on me.
What kind of trust issues do you have?
After 3 months of being together, she cheated on me in the past, so the same signs as then are present again, Your Honor. It's hurting me because I want to be able to trust her, and it's putting a lot of stress on our relationship with me and her and me and my daughter, and I don't want that to hinder mine and my daughter's relationship.
All right, Ms. Schonauer, why are you here?
I'm here to prove that I'm not cheating on him.
That you're not cheating on him?
I'm not cheating on him. I cheated on him once. I came clean about it. I told him face to face. I told him over the phone.
I had to pull it out of you in order for you to tell me.
Ms. Schonauer,
right home.
You're here to prove that you're not cheating.
Yes.
And that his trust issues are unfounded.
Yes.
But what he's saying is that he is seeing signs, am I right, that she's cheating?
Yes, ma'am. She's hiding guys' names under a female name, and I've had to use an app to be able to find out that it was actually registered to a guy. She's added exes back on social media. She's lied about her whereabouts, and then I had a GPS tracking app on her phone. See, I've had to do all the digging myself to be able to get the truth.
Okay, Ms. Schonauer, why are you putting men's name under a woman's name?
Okay, so my coworker, he looked up her number. He doesn't think it's her number, and he looked it up. It's some guy's name. It could be her husband. It's not a guy.
So you're saying that the coworker and her boyfriend could share the same number?
Yes, ma'am.
But you're convinced that it's a boyfriend of hers?
Yes, Your Honor. And then at the same time, she also hangs out with a friend, supposedly her best friend, who cheats on her husband numerous of times.
Okay, so you're saying that because she associates with a two-timer, she's gonna be a two-timer?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, guilt by association?
No, we can't have guilt by association.
No.
You're saying just because she does it doesn't mean you do it.
Correct.
There you
and
go.
he'll spend hours going through my phone.
And she's done the same thing as well.
But
see,
I don't
I'll do it
spend
while she's awake,
hours.
and then she'll do it while I'm asleep.
He'll do it while I'm sleeping, too.
Oh, so the fact that you look through her phone while she's awake makes it okay, but the fact that you're asleep when she does it is wrong for her to do it?
No, I don't have no issues, Your Honor. I'll let her go through my phone because I have nothing to hide.
But she has something to hide.
Yes, because she gets mad if I go through her phone or if I'm taking too long to her standards of going through her phone.
And you also mentioned you GPS'd her, am I right?
Yes. There's an app I've used that I installed on her phone, and at the time she didn't know it was on there. And she would tell me she was at home, sleep, but yet GPS is pulling up a location other than her house. I was like, okay, you're 100% you're at home. And she would tell me yes. And then later on, I was like, okay, then why did GPS say you were at this location?
All right, Ms. Schonauer, tell me about that.
I've never lied about where I am, where I've gone, where I'm going.
Okay,
The
so
GPS
let me
app
ask you
is
this. Have
wrong.
you ever been to the place that showed up on the phone?
No, not that I know of. I mean,
Well,
there's been multiple different places. Oh, you were here. Oh, you were here. One time I was at work, and he says I'm somewhere else that's like 30 minutes away. He just dropped me off at work.
Look,
He drops
it's
me
real
off
simple.
at work.
What's real simple, Mr.
Where are you? I'm at point A. He's got a GPS app that says she's at point B. That's real simple.
I understand, and the other thing I understand is I don't want you to have access to GPS app.
Well, as long as you're where you need to be, you don't have to worry about that. Now,
Let me think about that one for a minute.
as long as you're where you need to be, you don't have to worry about me having to GPS you.
Okay,
And we
who
don't
gets to
have that issue, so I don't have to worry about that.
So who gets to decide where I should be?
You know where you need to be, just like she knows where she needs to be. You know where you need to be.
Yes.
You know where she needs to
makes
be.
up some crazy
Your concern
scenarios.
is she's not where she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
She's not where she's telling you she is, and you're concerned about that, and you
Yes,
think
sir.
she's cheating.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the bottom line.
All right, well,
That's the bottom line.
We'll revisit that later.
All right. Why do you think she's cheating now?
Because there's an instance, one day we got off of work and we showered together. So we're lathering each other up, and then I get to the back and there's some scratches on her back. And so I asked her about these scratches, and she acted like she didn't know what I was talking about. So I grabbed a towel, hopped out, grabbed my phone, and started taking a picture. And to me, they looked like they were sexual scratches. I mean, and we weren't that intimate that morning.
Okay, and you submitted those pictures to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you cross over to the monitor and
Yes,
show
ma'am.
us?
Mr. Crenshaw, this is a photograph of Miss Schonauer's back.
Oh, yes, sir.
And this is the one you took right after she got out of the shower.
Yeah, well, we were still in the shower. I hopped out with my towel, grabbed my phone, and then got back in the shower and took a picture.
So, because you were going to show her what you were looking at, correct?
Yes, because when I asked her about it without the picture, she's like, there's no scratches on my back.
So what I'm seeing is there's a scratch there.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's a scratch there.
Yes, Your Honor.
That looks like a scratch.
Yes, sir.
Looks like a scratch down here.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's another scratch up here.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you believe all of these scratches are from some intimate lovemaking that you were not a part of.
Yes, Your Honor.
And what did you say when he showed you this photograph?
I mean, I scratched my own back. It was, you know, he gets in the shower after me in hot water. You know, I'm very pale. Hot water, when I scratch myself, it's gonna stay there for a little bit, and hot water makes it come out more. And it'll show up in just a second.
You're not.
Mr.
Crenshaw, you can step back to the podium. Thank you. I can see it on your face. It's not clicking for you.
Yeah, and this is tough. This is tough. I know that when you take a hot shower, you'll get spots from the shower, but I've not seen scratches from the shower.
And they were in the shower together.
Have you ever seen this before?
No, ma'am.
And Ms. Schonauer, are you saying that?
They're not scratches from sex, no.
Mr. Crenshaw, what other evidence do you have to make you think she's cheating right now?
One day I got home from work and pulled up the trash can and the lid was open. I just happened to gaze in there. There's an empty condom wrapper sitting at the bottom of the trash can.
Okay. Do you all use condoms?
No, Your Honor.
We don't use condoms.
We don't use condoms like that.
You're saying you don't use condoms. You're saying you
We do use condoms sometimes.
You all are together when you're making love, right?
I'm like, that's something you all both should know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's on rare occasions.
When was the last time you used a condom when you found this one?
I would say close to a month. And I know that when the trash man comes to pick up the trash can, they empty out the trash can.
It was from 2 weeks ago.
So
It's been 2 weeks. It wasn't a month.
Okay, how often do they pick up your trash?
Once a week?
Twice a week.
Oh.
Empty.
Are y'all in the same house?
Yeah. They don't know whether they use condoms. They don't know when they pick up the trash.
Okay, all right. I had just double check it. Okay. Well, and that doesn't help you if they pick it up twice a week.
Yes, but I don't empty my trash can every day. Maybe the condom got stuck at the bottom. But,
Ew.
you know, it's the outside trash can. I'm sure there's some gunk stuff down in there.
Okay. Do you have anything else that supports she's cheating?
Well, yes, Your Honor. We also have this baby monitor to where it records the video and audio.
He
And
spies
so
on
this
me
one
with the baby
time,
monitor.
she cut off the video, so I wasn't able to actually see, but I could hear what was going on.
Well, we had a baby. We just had a monitor.
Yeah.
But you using your baby monitor to monitor her.
We got video
That's
and
not what
audio.
it was used for.
Okay,
Yes,
tell
it
me what
is.
happened.
The baby was crying, and I got the alert through the app, and so I went to check to make sure the baby was okay.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I could hear my baby crying. Then I hear Lauren in the background. I hear a guy in the background, and them two having a conversation. And then I also hear the TV. So I'm calling her, to see what was going on. I could hear my phone call, the phone ringing in the background, and then she's not answering it. So then I tried to video chat. I could hear it ringing, still no answer.
All right.
Here's what he
But the video wasn't on.
No, Your Honor, because she cuts it off at sometimes, and then I have to ask her, hey, why'd you cut the video off? And then she's like, oh, she'll make up some reason.
And so you think she cut the video off this time because of this man's voice you heard?
Yes, Your Honor.
That it may have been a man there in the house.
Yes.
Was there a man in your
No, ma'am.
house?
There's never been a man in my room, in my bed, in my house, ever. No one but him.
You're saying he hears what he wants to hear. I don't think he wants to hear you with another man. Unless I've got it wrong.
No, you got it right. You got it right.
I don't think he wants to hear her with another man.
And my question is, why do you turn the video off?
I don't want to be watched all the time.
Well,
But it's for the baby.
I feel like I'm being watched. I don't feel like he's looking at the monitor for the baby. I don't believe that. It's because he wants to catch me doing something.
Okay,
But if he's not doing anything, what
why
difference
does
does
it
it make?
matter?
It drives me crazy. I shouldn't have to be watched 24/7.
If you wanna have
I shouldn't
trust,
have to do
then
this.
you-
Okay,
there
but
would be no
hold
issue.
up.
3 months into the relationship.
Miss Schonauer, here's the thing. You broke the trust. If you are trying to gain his trust, turning off the video is not the way to do it.
Yeah.
You have to work a little harder than he does. So what gets on your nerves has to be on your nerves for a little bit till you get him back where he needs to be.
Yeah, because trust takes years to build,
Yep.
takes
And
a
we're
moment
the
to break,
same
and a lifetime to
spot.
get back.
The same spot. 2 years?
But you apparently you have been doing things to not help the ball move forward. You look like you're hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And you look like you're hurting. Am I right?
I'm tired of this. I don't want to be accused every day of my life. We have a daughter together. I just want to be happy. I don't want this. I'm not cheating on him. I don't deserve this.
And you look like you're ready to cry.
I just want to be happy. This hurts to the core because from day one I felt like she was the one, and to where I could be happy with, and just have a happy life together.
You all are both hurting. You need to look at your fiance and tell her what it is you want. What do you want to do going forward?
I want to be able to go forward and have the wedding and have our daughter walk down as the flower girl like we planned.
And Ms. Schonauer, what do you want?
I want the same thing. I want our lives to be happy. I want a long life with you, but I can't keep doing this.
I think we've heard enough evidence, enough testimony. Here's what we're looking at. You found scratches on her back in the shower. You think they're from another man. You found a condom in the trash can that you didn't use, and you think they're from another man. You heard a strange man's voice on the baby monitor, and she had turned off the video, and all of this is making you think that she's cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if she is cheating,
I'm out here.
you're done with the relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what's at stake here.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is she cheating? At this time, the court will hear from former military interrogator Lena Cisco. Ron, would you please escort Ms. Cisco into the courtroom?
Yes, Sean. Let's go. Right over to the witness stand, please.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
I am a former Department of Defense certified military interrogator. Shortly after 9/11, I was deployed to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, where I interrogated members of Al-Qaeda and Taliban. Since that time, I have been training law enforcement personnel, military personnel, and private sector personnel in interrogation techniques and enhanced interviewing.
Ms. Cisco, would you share what you did to investigate this particular case?
I will, Your Honor. I first had the accused write a witness statement, and I analyzed it for any indicators of deception. I then studied the entire case file, and I put together an interrogation plan to interrogate Miss Schonauer to see if she was indeed cheating on her fiancé.
And what did you find when you interrogated her?
Well, she owned up to cheating that first time. She owned up to seeking attention and compliments from other men. She owned up to adding an ex-boyfriend on Instagram. And she also owned up to flirting with a coworker only to seek that attention.
Did you find anything concerning?
I did find one thing concerning when I was looking at the case file. She seemed to be very vague in her answer regarding the accusation about the baby monitor. So I questioned her thoroughly, and she was very consistent in all of her answers and the details. I also asked her a series of yes and no questions specifically to see if she was being deceptive.
So what was your final determination?
My final determination after my interrogation with Miss Schonauer was that she, in fact, is being truthful, and she has not cheated on her fiancé.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Mr. Crenshaw, how does that make you feel?
Relieved. It makes me feel a lot better to where now I could put all the past behind us and move forward.
And Ms. Schonauer, how do you feel having validated in your truthfulness.
Relieved, and I hope this can fix our relationship.
What we heard from you was you all want the exact same thing. You want to be happy. You want to move forward as a family. I would encourage you, because we talk about this, contentment. There's a difference between being content and being happy. Happy is an emotion, it can come and go. But content is wherever you are satisfied. So if you have
And you're there together.
And you're together.
Yes, you have your separate opinions, but you want to see eye to eye on as much as you can because that's how you move forward. We argue all the time. We may disagree about things, but as we're moving forward, we try to move forward together. That's what you need to work on.
You've been together 14 years, and your once happy marriage is on the rocks. And depending on what happens here today is whether you walk out together or this thing goes on over the cliff.
Right.
Tell me why your marriage is on the rocks.
Well, Your Honor, I'm here today because I feel like my husband is cheating on me.
Okay.
And if he's cheating on me, our marriage is over. Mr. Hiram sleeps on the couch right now because I feel like something is going on. And if he's cheating, if he's been unfaithful in any type of way to me, this marriage is absorbed.
How long has he been on the couch?
For the past 6 months, Your Honor.
What?
6 months.
Yes, sir.
How does it feel to be in exile out there on the couch for 6 months in your own home?
Doesn't feel good, sir. Your Honor, because I try to do everything right, and I do respect my wife. I love my wife, and I do honor our vows.
At times.
So you've been faithful since you've been married?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't believe it.
All right, so you know what? You all had to have had happier times. Tell me, how did you all meet?
Oh, well, we met 14 years ago. I went out to a club that one night. He had a previous relationship that had just ended. So he was grieving from a previous wedding.
Well. Do you?
So he actually tried to talk to my friend first. He couldn't get no play with her, so then he come over to my side of the car. So he asked me for my number, but you just was trying to talk to my friend, so guess what? Back in the day, it was 14 years ago, I was much younger, body was more banging, more in shape.
You fine.
One pocket had the real number, the other pocket had the fake numbers in. So if I don't like you, you get the fake number in the club.
Wait, hold on. So, wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh, she was a baller. She came to play.
So who
came
plays
to
the
play the
game?
game.
Wait,
So
you
who
got
plays the game?
You got 2 phone numbers in your pocket, the
Yes,
right
sir.
number and the wrong number.
Yes.
And
Yes,
depending
sir.
on how the rap came through, you knew which pocket
To
better
pull
something.
from.
Well, you know what, Mr. Keller, I'm on it's true confessions. You don't know this because I never
Right.
did this to you.
I was about to say,
Right.
true confession. Let me sit back for this.
But you know, I told you my going out name was Crayola.
Your club name?
My club name.
Your club name.
That's the name I gave you when I didn't want you to try to ever track me down.
Right. Being that he went to my friend's side of the car first and then came to my side, I ain't no second prize. I'm first prize.
There you
Look
go.
at me. Why would you come to me second? No. So therefore, you get the wrong number.
Go ahead.
I put my whole number on there, but I left off 1 digit.
Oh.
So he had to find me.
And so that's your way. If he wants to find you bad enough, he'll call all the digits till he gets the right
Until
one.
he get to me.
He put his back into it. I like that.
He did. He was real persistent.
So your woman's intuition tells you that he's cheating.
Yes, Your Honor, it does.
All right, tell me about what your intuition is picking up on.
So one day, me and him are sitting down on the couch. He shows me something inside his phone. So I'm looking at it. We're laughing about the stuff that's in the phone. And then he gets up and walk away. So I'm still looking in the phone. You gave it to me. Why not look? So I'm looking at the old pictures. And bam, here come a picture that's not me. It's not my daughter. It's somebody else, another woman. So I'm like, what is this?
Now, what kind of picture is it?
It's just a facial picture at first.
Okay.
At first, it's just a facial picture.
Okay.
I scroll a little further, and then I see other pictures. Body parts, boobs, behind. You doing things to yourself with your hands, and now my hair is standing up, you know? So
Right.
I asked him about what's going on. He lies. He said at first, you know, it was nothing. Then he confessed to it and told me that he's been talking to her back and forth over the telephone.
And this is all the same woman?
All the same woman.
Did you recognize the woman?
I recognized her because she was at my wedding.
So why is this woman's naked pictures with boobs, butt, touching herself, whatever, all in your phone?
There's no excuse, but if she keeps saying she don't want me, she leaves me, she's trying to get away for like 4 years, so when you're not communicate with me, it's not right, but I get lonely too.
Do you know this woman?
My ex.
You got pictures of your ex in your phone? Naked pictures of your ex in your phone?
Yes,
but
sir.
I can't help.
Is that a yes?
But I can't help, yes, but I can't help what she send me. If I just ask for a picture and she send me provocative pictures.
First of all, why are you asking for your ex to send you pictures? And then secondly, she had to believe those were the kind of pictures you wanted, otherwise she would have sent just a regular,
Your Honor,
you know, picnic shot or something like that. Am I missing something?
No.
No. I was surprised you took that position, Mr. Cutler, because I thought you were going to say, well, you know, you right, you can't help what she do, and I was going to jump you. I was going to get you. But you beat me to the punch. I think you're exactly right. I think you're exactly right. Yeah.
Ms. Holland, did she communicate with you after?
Yes, sir. She communicated with him. They've been texting back and forth, left and right, communicating. I actually have some of the text messages right here, Your Honor.
Right. Can we see that for ourselves? We want to see this. You're going through his phone.
Yes.
And you find text messages from the same other woman.
Yes.
And this is what she has.
Yes.
Hello, how you been?
We should meet up. I'm more experienced now. I like blank, and I blank now.
Oh, yeah?
He says it now, cause he said it like this, oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's how that sounds.
Maybe just been, oh, yeah. I mean,
No.
The bottom line is, that was, oh, okay.
Yeah,
he was in
duly
agreement with
noted.
that.
I like that.
Yeah.
So was it oh, yeah, or oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It was, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I like knowing that. Why do you need to know that she's experienced in blank and blank?
Your Honor, my ex always been in love with me since day one.
So you are encouraging her by having these conversations.
Exactly.
I can't help how she feels, Your Honor. She loves
How
me.
you feel.
No,
You know what?
Mr.
Help how
Allen,
you feel. Not how she feel. You can help how you feel. When
But
she
I don't
sends
love
you
her.
these text messages, you can tell her then, I'm not interested. Do not send me these type of messages. I'm gonna block you. So you can't call me.
Miss Holland, here's the thing. I know if this was going on, the text messages, the pictures, you were keeping your eye on him.
Yes.
You probably like, where you been, where you going, how long you gonna be there?
I try.
Oh, okay, so how does that not happen?
He works on the weekend. He'll leave to go to work on a Saturday at 1 o'clock. And then I may not see my husband until Monday morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Where do you go? Where do you disappear?
I go to work, Your Honor, right?
He works security, and they know you securing, have you that gone that many hours.
I go to work like that to get away from her. Is why I do it.
You feel neglected, and you spend all the time
If I'm on the couch, right, I can sleep at work making money, right? She don't say that when she still take the money.
But Mr. Allen, I think you're missing the point. You're not getting off the couch by continuing to do the things that got you on the couch in the first place.
Correct.
That's the problem.
Correct. Mr. Hiram tells me that it's his birthday and he want to have sex with me. I tell him no. I'm not gonna have sex with you. Have sex with the woman that you've been texting back and forth. Who pictures you was sending you back and forth? He tell me, all right, since you feel like that, I'm gonna tell you what you want to know then. He tells me that, yeah, I'm having sex with her.
Sorry.
I'm gonna keep having sex with her. We gonna be together, and I'm gonna have sex with her for my birthday. I'm gonna have me some birthday sex.
Yes, Your Honor. And only because she's not making love to me, she won't talk to me.
So you thought that sweet line was gonna get you in the bed with her?
No, I didn't think that, but she was done, so I was trying to hurt her like she hurt me. It's wrong. I know it's wrong. I know that's not what you do.
Wherever
but I did
is it right for you to try to hurt your wife?
I mean, here's the thing. Y'all are hurting each other. Yeah.
And because you all are having such difficulty dealing with this, we're going to bring in a friend of the court to talk to you, someone who's had experience with cheating, because he's admitted to being a cheater and how he was able to deal with that and get past that point. So at this time, the court will call from the Grammy Award-winning R&B group 112, Mr. Q Parker. Ron, please escort Mr. Parker.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, and you?
Good, good.
It's good to see you today.
You too.
You've been open about your infidelity issues in the past, correct?
Yes, sir.
Can you share with our litigants, how you dealt with that and what issues you faced?
I too were in your shoes, my brother.
It don't feel good, does it?
Denying, it doesn't. And I'm here today, man, to just offer my testimony and my story to you because you have somebody who genuinely loves you. Listen to what she's saying. I too was the one denying and all of that. But this one particular day, I had to just connect to my wife's heart. Mm-hmm. And when she said, "This makes me feel this way," I'm embarrassed. I don't know how to trust you. I had to tap into, okay, what does it look like for you to trust me again? What do I need to do to gain your trust again? And so my wife gave me a list of things. Right. And it wasn't until I started to give her those things, the guard started to come down a little bit. Her heart started to reopen up again. I know you love her. We know that. But step outside of yourself for a moment. And if you can, picture her heart and what her heart looks like. And I like to say, we have to treat a woman's heart like a newborn baby. You don't want nobody to kiss the baby. You want them to wash their hands before they hold the baby. You want to look at them while they sleep and all of those things. That's how I had to learn to look at my wife's heart.
Tell Mr. Allen what your rock bottom cheating moment was.
My rock bottom cheating moment was being in a public place and looking at my wife's face and seeing the discomfort because she wasn't comfortable in knowing if the person next to her was somebody that I had been with.
Oh, boy.
And to be honest with you, that, even when I talk about it right now, it kind of makes me emotional because I knew I loved her so much, but I was just immature. You don't want your wife out here embarrassed, ashamed. My wife couldn't even make eye contact. She was so insecure. And so watch this, that photo you sent her, you don't even know what it's doing to her mentally. Now she's comparing herself to the photo that she just saw. Well, maybe he likes this. Maybe I put on a few pounds. Maybe I'm not what I was when we first got married. Maybe I'm not attractive to him anymore. And that's not a space, man, that you want your woman out here walking in, Doc. You don't want that.
Mr. Parker, thank you so much. We appreciate your word.
We want you to stay right there because however this comes out, we may still need some more words from you.
Well, we're about to find out because this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, we're going to call certified polygraph examiner Tommy Platt to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Platt in.
Tommy Platt.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
I've been a licensed examiner for over 11 years and conducted nearly 3,000 examinations.
And you conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Allen, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You asked Mr. Allen, on your birthday, did you have physical sexual contact with your ex? What was his response to that question?
He stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful.
Mr. Allen, you okay?
Yes.
All right.
You asked Mr. Allen, during your marriage to Miss Holland, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than your wife? What was his response to that question?
Your Honor, he said yes. That during a break, he encountered oral sex.
Ms. Holland, have you all been on a break since you've been married?
Your Honor, we have altercations where I may tell him I don't want to be with him for the situation that we're going through, but we're still legally married. So there's no such thing as a break. You said some things that I don't like. I said some things you don't like. So let's cool off for a minute. It's not a free fall. It's not for you to go out and sow your royal oats.
She put me out of the house, so I guess we was over. I thought we was over.
Okay, but wait a minute. We have your court papers here that you signed, and you specifically said, over the past 8 years of our marriage, no break has been taken at all. You signed this.
Right,
You
but-
signed this document that says that.
But, like I said, I feel that way, but if I'm out of the house, is that a break? If she put me out of the house, is that a break or not?
You know what? Let me answer that question real definitively. If you married, you married.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
I don't care what.
Exactly.
And married folks talk about we was on a break. I'm like, a break from what? You don't get a break from a vow.
But you
That's
get put
what.
out of the house, though, right? And you
Oh yeah, you can be
put out the house?
separated. You can be separated, but that don't mean you broken your vows.
Right.
Yes.
Learn something new every day, huh?
You all have been together for 7 years, but married for 3 years. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Sean. Mr. Howland, you've brought your wife to couples court today. Tell us why you're here.
I brought my wife to couples court today to find out if she's cheating on me physically, emotionally, and especially financially. I mean, I can get over emotional, but financially, I can't get over that.
So financially is the sticking point for you?
Yes.
So what is on the line today? Is your marriage on the line?
Yeah, our marriage, our kids, our life, our house, our dog, our grass. I want it all.
Wow.
Okay, all right.
Miss Howland,
Yeah.
do you understand what's on the line today?
I understand everything.
Okay, so you understand that if he finds out you are financially supporting this gentleman, that your marriage is done.
Yeah, I understand.
Mr. Howland, what is
What?
the status of your relationship right now? How are you living?
We cool.
You cool?
We're cool. So you all are living in the same house?
I sleep in the living room, he sleep in the bedroom.
Oh.
Okay.
How long y'all been living like that?
It's been Since about a then. year.
A year?
Yeah. Since then. Yeah.
You all have not slept in the same bed in a year?
When he get the feeling to want to do something, then he'll call me and
And do you go when he calls you in there?
yeah, I'm a man.
Okay, so you all are...
Okay, wait a minute. I just gotta say that he's calling on her when he just wants something. That's not cool.
Did you just hear her say she just get away
But
with it?
she goes.
She must like you. I guess
what
you
you said?
enjoyed that.
Yeah, if he likes it, she loves it. That's... but
Are you still in love with her?
Of course.
Are you
So-
still in love with him?
Yeah, I do.
Well, this should be easy.
Well,
we should get this
it
done.
should be easy, but
Yeah.
they're here in couples court, so there's got to be a problem.
There had been a time when you were happy.
I mean,
Yeah, there was. I'm looking at the picture. There was a time when they were happy.
hey, Marietta our is the first type time of out. Marietta is the girl, right? She is the girl that it doesn't take much to please Marietta. But not saying that she doesn't deserve the world, cause she do. But she just ain't the typical woman. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
tell me about that.
Yeah.
dates, like you don't have to. She not a date type of girl. You know what I mean? She be at home. She kids. Like when I met her, she was taking care of kids.
Okay.
So that's what made me settle down. I mean,
I had just had a son. He came in like a month later. It took up with him.
Okay.
It's like he adopted him to be his son.
Okay.
All my boys, daddy. Only daddy they know. And he makes me smile. Well, back then he made me smile.
He's making
He
you
still
smile
makes you
now.
smile, yeah.
But I also
that.
see tears. I also see tears
Why?
in your eye. Why do I see the tears?
Because I know I messed up.
Okay.
And I know I was wrong. But I'm trying to rewrite my wrong.
Okay. How long were you all together before things went wrong?
We was together 6 years.
So y'all got 6 years under your belt.
2014.
Okay.
So 6 good years.
6 good
No,
years.
2014, I'm working. And I'm in what you call this drop mill, right? It's where rubber comes down from the cooker and drops on my drop mill, which spins. I got stuck in it.
In the machine?
In the machine.
Oh my God.
Took my glove off, wasn't nothing there and everything. So my first thing to do was call Marietta. Call Marietta, because that's my first thing to do.
So you had this tragic accident
Right.
where you lose
So I
part of your hand, and your boo showed up
Right.
and stayed there with you.
Superwoman.
Superwoman, I like it. So this should have been that situation where your marriage is made stronger.
I lost when he got hurt. I lost him. I had to be the mama and the daddy.
Okay.
Cause when he would get mad, where he was in pain, he would take it out on me. He would say things that he don't supposed to say to your wife.
If you had your hand like this for 3 months, how would you feel? All day, tie your hand to your hip, to your side for 3 months.
Were you a little abusive?
I don't know.
Yes.
You don't know? Were you difficult?
I'm difficult now and I'm walking.
The truth will set you free, love.
Yeah,
the truth will set you free.
You just mentioned that having your hand next to your side for 3 months.
Extra difficult.
It gets to you.
Yes, it was
I was there helping.
Okay, but here's the deal.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
Break it down.
Break it down.
Break it down.
Our vows, and I'm going to presume your vows said in sickness and in health.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
And in sickness and health doesn't always mean... Thank you. I appreciate it. In sickness and health means not only the physical part, but even the emotional, where he's not being kind. You have to give him a whole lot of grace because you have to feel what he's feeling. Now, you're not off the hook, Mr. Howland.
I'm not.
So when she gets tight about you being tight, you got to give her grace. You got to give her and say, I know what did you say? I'm difficult when I'm walking.
Well,
you have to recognize
if you keep running out, how can I give you that grace?
Well, now that's a different conversation. So how did the cheating come in? That's my question.
Well, I knew a friend from back in the day. We used to talk. And he came around and we started talking.
He came around?
He just came around out of the blue? I mean...
No, he wrote me.
Why did he write you?
Where did he write
Facebook?
you at? Where did he write you at?
Hush.
What? Tell me
Facebook,
where he wrote
Instagram.
Because I want to know, because you never told me
letter
that.
to my mom.
Oh, how did he get the address?
He didn't get it through me.
What?
Okay, what is it that she did that makes you think she was cheating?
I mean, at this time, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know.
At that time?
At this time, it was just her leaving was the problem.
We got into an argument one day. I went over to my mom's house to cool down. I come back the next day. I walk in the house. It's nothing in the house.
A cool down is sick.
Hold on.
He got rid of everything. I asked him what he do with it. He said he told a story and said that he put it in storage. Come to find out he sold it all.
Okay, wait a minute. Your response to all that is to sell all y'all stuff. Wow.
All right.
There was a whole lot of steps you missed, brother.
Yeah.
Whole lot of steps.
I mean, it was.
And what was the game plan?
How emotional was my game plan?
Yeah. Once you sold all your stuff, what was the next step?
What was the next step?
Yeah.
I didn't plan that far. It was just I took action then.
Let me just say, reel it in. Reel it in. Okay. So.
It wasn't only his stuff. It was my stuff too, and that's what he can't get. He say.
I get that.
You sold everything.
Everything. Only thing he left was the TV.
She had tore up everything. Listen.
No, I didn't.
So you sold everything but the TV?
I mean, because she took it and gave it to the guy that she was sleeping with.
But why was it still there? Why was it still there?
Because it was my kid's TV. Why would I?
He stole it.
Okay, so you didn't sell the
TV.
TV,
No, not
and you said she gave it to this man.
I know she gave it to
him. Okay, but you sold the bed.
Mr. Howland, listen. In reaction to what your wife did or what you think she did, you sold
everything.
Everything except the TV.
The kids' TV.
The kids' TV.
My mom gave me.
All right. And that was the only thing in the house. And then you gave the TV to your non-boo.
He wasn't no boo. He wasn't nothing. He was just a friend.
Your friend, yeah.
I don't even have words for this.
Okay, well, just...
I'm so confused. Because let me just say this. I can understand, Mr. Howland, why you like, I get it. How did you find out that the TV had been given to this gentleman?
Her cousin told me.
Her cousin told you?
Her cousin.
So what happened? What did you do?
I went up there and got the TV from the guy. That's when me and the guy talked, and the guy was like, man, she didn't tell me that she was married. I say, that's what she told him. And the guy said, well, you know she.
Oh, he knew you were married?
Yeah,
she had been writing me 3 months before I got out, sending me money, right? I'm like, what? And mind you, I know this guy. Like me and this guy, I know him.
So you know the guy. You go to get the television, and he tells you, A, I didn't know she was married. B, I've been writing and talking to her, and then the one that really sent you over the top, she been sending me money. Well,
Miss Howland?
I didn't send him any money. Back when me and Jason got together, I was still talking to him back then. But far as now, I wasn't sending any money.
Okay, yeah, but you gave him a television.
Did you ask him, are you and my wife having sex?
No, because I'm a player. We don't do stuff like that.
Ah. So how did you find out they were actually having sex? So she told you?
Yes.
Okay.
And so what did that conversation look like?
It was a deliberately trying to hurt me conversation. It wasn't a trying to, so what? I did that. And it wasn't a fight. It was just a, I want to hurt you type stuff. Why? That's what I want to know why. Like, why do you feel so much to a man that sacrificed a lot for you?
And I have
all right, Miss Howland.
I have to.
Miss Howland, how do we go from that picture right there of the happy times to you sleeping with an ex-friend?
When
a
Jason
former
got
friend?
hurt and he started getting mean.
And one thing led to another?
Yeah.
Okay, so was it a sexual thing? Was it an emotional connection?
It was
What were
not
you
no
looking for?
emotional connection. Me and him was just friends. We had sex like twice, and that was it. I let him go.
So
was it like sex, or did you actually have sex?
It was sex.
Okay. Was it like 2 times, or was it just 2 times?
It was like 2 times.
I don't know what that means, because like
It
2
was
times
2
means
times.
okay, because it's like, well, it was like 2, but it was actually 4.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to see.
Right.
Okay.
So how many times have you admitted to?
Twice.
Twice. Mr. Holland, has she admitted to those 2 times to you?
I mean, yeah, she admitted it.
Okay.
Do you believe her? Do you believe that she only had sex twice? No?
You think it's been more?
I think it's more.
Do you think it's something going on right now?
The guy kept calling after we so-called got back together, which we never was apart. We was always been married. We never been apart. We never been broke up. So whenever this guy came in...
Your Honor, when you walk in your house and see everything gone, what do that tell you?
Well,
what do that tell you?
It's not something
You don't
good.
want to be with me.
Yeah.
You're splitting up our family when you walk in your house and you don't see anything in there.
What do you think you were telling her when you did that?
That I was angry and I was mad. And if you...
And
if you wanted to mess up your marriage, this how you could do it.
All right. It sounds to me like you've been able to put the physical in the past.
Mm-hmm.
What you are trying to deal with is this finance piece. Why is this so important to you about the finances?
We got, Judge, we take on any given good day, we take care of 6 kids.
Wow.
And you can't take food out of my kid's mouth and give it to a guy.
And I haven't done it.
There's no way.
And that breaks your heart, the thought of her
It
doing
broke
that.
me down. Not my heart, it broke me down. I didn't really want nothing. And we worked so hard to do what we do.
Okay.
And we don't have a lot to make something with, but we make it happen.
So that's a deal breaker for you?
What?
The financial?
Yes.
That's a deal breaker for you.
Because we don't,
You
it's
know-
not that good.
Well, we want to get to the bottom of this. The court would like to call certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams. Ron, would you bring Mr. Williams into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Williams, I'll get this call, Mr.
Mr. Williams, good to see you.
See you again.
You are a certified polygraph examiner, is that correct?
That's correct.
In this case, you gave a polygraph examination to Ms. Howland, correct?
That's correct.
Right.
Mr. Howland, are you ready to hear these results?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
You asked Ms. Howland, since being in a monogamous relationship with Jason starting in 2010, other than the 2 times you have admitted to, have you had sexual intercourse with your ex? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
What did the polygraph show?
The subject showed a high physiological response to that particular question, which indicated to me that she was being deceptive.
Miss Howland, I asked you, and you told me 2 times. Did you not? This is your time to come clean. This man says he loves you. He wants you. And you owe him the benefit of the truth right here, right today. I don't care if it was 10 times, 100 times. You owe him How many times did you sleep with him?
3 times.
All right. We got one more question.
Right, Mr. Williams, you asked Ms. Howland, since being in a monogamous relationship with Jason starting in 2010, have you given your ex-boyfriend money? What was her response?
She said yes, she admitted it.
After you sat here and said you didn't?
Why you want to break my heart so bad? Like, why you break my heart? Like, what did I do so much? So what? I was mean. So what? I was you was too. For better or worse, sickness and health, man.
I've been trying to make up for what I done done. I've been there.
Mr. Howland, when you look at that picture,
it's tainted.
Can you get back there?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Mrs. Howland, tell him what you want.
I want us to get back to how we was. Like before he got hurt, we was happy. We was happy. We would go to the movies, do this and do that. That's what I want. I don't want to sleep in the living room. I want to be in the bed with him.
And what do you want, Mr. Howland?
I don't know.
You don't have a clue of what you want?
No. I mean...
Do you want her back in your bed?
It's her bed. She can sleep in it if she get ready. I sleep on.
But that wasn't my question. My question was, do you want her back in the bed?
I don't know, Mr. Culler. I don't know. I don't know.